Alright, so I've officially run away from home. I spent the whole day doing online schoolwork, Zoom classes with my teachers, but for the past couple of weeks now, it's crazy to say that, but for the past couple of weeks I've been at home for just hours every single day and starting to lose my mind a little bit, if I'm being honest. Like, I've become friends with a squirrel named Pistachio. I probably spent more time with him than I have with any friend in the last month, which is weird to say. I know that I'm very fortunate to be able to actually go out into the woods and be in nature and to clear my mind in that sort of sense. I'm able to leave my house and it's safe. We're allowed to do that. I'm in the woods. No one else is out here. If there was someone, I'd be socially distancing. I have a mask with me. And so I guess when I created this channel, it was because I wanted to share my experiences that I felt very fortunate to have, and I wanted to share those with others. And I always want to be able to help people out and to share things, perspectives, ideas, experiences to hopefully make a positive impact. That's something that my channel is just surrounded around and like a core, I guess, value of mine. This is a really weird time, and I know it's all we're talking about these days, and it's probably oversaturated and not interesting anymore, but it's important that we talk about it in a refreshing way, I think, in a way that's optimistic. And I think the best thing we can do now is to look at this as an opportunity. As we all know, life is full of ups and downs, hard moments, moments of joy, moments of laughter, moments of sad tears, moments of anger, frustration, stressful moments, and that's the beauty of it all. And at the same time, life is full of balance. Hopefully. Hopefully there's a balance of emotions, feelings, and all of that. But right now we're out of balance and we have a lot of isolation and stress and uncertainty, and all those things, they can really knock us out of our flow, which can lead to poor mental health, stress, and just, yeah, unfortunate things. The best example I can give on all of this is when I was living back in France. I went to public school there. A lot of things were uncertain. I wasn't sure how it was gonna be. And to be honest, I didn't make too many friends. Some of that was my fault. Cultural things, language barriers, whatnot. It was a pretty lonely time for me. And I spent a lot of my time there staying at home with my family and in my room editing and working on projects that I was creatively involved in. And that feels a lot like what's going on right now. Is I'm at home with my family, I'm not around any of my friends. In life, you're gonna be presented with environments, situations that aren't always optimal or the best or the easiest to deal and cope with, and that's just gonna happen. That's how life is. I think that's what we're in right now, is a not optimal situation. It's not easy to have an optimistic perspective always, but if you can, and you can try your hardest to do that, I think you'd be really surprised with what can come out of that in the end. And one of the things that I really took away from my experience living in France, with feelings of loneliness and like not having friends and feeling like it's just me and myself. Even though I was with my family, I still felt very alone, and it was very raw, I guess is the way I can put it. It's just me, and I was with all of my emotions. I was in my head all the time, and I had to face that, and I had to be okay with myself and everything I was feeling, thinking, in a time where it wasn't necessarily easy, because I didn't feel like I could sort of talk to anyone. So I turned to things like making videos, creating things, running, trying to sleep, working on my body, my creativity, and expressions of my emotion. And that sort of segments into what I think I'm falling into right now, and what a lot of people are also falling into right now, is a lot of consumption of ideas, thoughts, uncertainty, emotions, kind of fear, news. We're taking a lot into our mind, and it's hard to process, and it's almost impossible for anyone to process it in a healthy way because so much is happening and we just don't know what to think. One thing I've noticed that helps is going off my phone for extended periods of time, maybe for 24 hours, maybe just for a few hours, putting my phone on airplane mode and just trying to do something different and expressing instead of taking things in. When I'm off my phone, I think it's a lot easier for me to think clearer and to be able to process things that are going on in my life and to digest things and to be able to think about things and to, I guess, live more meditatively, if that makes sense, because it feels like less is going on. It feels that life is slower paced, which allows me to digest things and to act with intention. And when you act with intention, it changes your habits. And when you have good habits, you feel better about yourself, about your life, and you can create your own bubble. And when you start to slow down and create good habits that make you feel good, whatever that is, eating healthy, sleeping more, making art, doing something creative, whatever that may be, once you start to create these habits, you sort of get traction on your life and what you're feeling, and you're able to create certainty in a time of uncertainty. And to be completely honest with you guys, this is something that I'm starting to struggle with now because I'm turning towards entertainment and my phone and YouTube and social media as a way to sort of cope with my loss of social interaction, I guess. But it doesn't necessarily make me feel better in the end. So I'm gonna make a vow to go on my phone less often. I might start a sort of accountability group where basically you'd be paired up with a group of maybe 3 to 5 people, and you would all talk about your sort of goals or things you want to do in your life, because I think we can all agree that phone usage is a general issue that I think everyone struggles with. So I'm gonna try to create accountability groups where maybe every week you meet a new group of 5 people and you keep each other accountable with your goals. Maybe it's to go on your phone for 4 hours a day. Maybe it's to kind of counterbalance your phone and creative time. So when you go on your phone for 30 minutes, you go off your phone for 30 minutes. You go on your phone for 15, you go off for 15. So I'm gonna try to organize something like that because that's something I'm struggling with. I need to help myself, and I also wanna be able to help you guys and do this together, because I think this is a time where no one knows what to do, and we're all struggling with something right now. If we can handle this and work through this in a communal way, we're all in this and together, and it feels like that truly, I think that can really help everyone. And so today, while I run away from home, I haven't been on my phone at all. I've just been in nature, flying my drone, biking, enjoying listening to the birds. And yeah, that's sort of what I'm feeling. I'm always a pretty optimistic person about what's going on in our lives. I always want to be able to help myself, help others, and do it together, because I think I've been struggling with trying to improve myself, but doing it alone and beating myself up if I'm not as disciplined as I want to be, if I'm not sleeping as much as I want to be, if I'm on my phone too much, and making myself sort of feel bad for not doing those things. And I think if we could do that all together and help keep each other accountable and work on it in a communal way, I think it would be a lot more effective and easier to do something like that. I think we will find a way to adapt together. I'm gonna go back home because I'm tired of running away. I miss my parents. See you guys in Perspectopia. Au revoir.